Hello and welcome. It's another update video of the Bazaar. Today we're launching Season 1 and officially the game itself. This is a huge milestone for us as a studio. This game has been a massive labor of love from a lot of talented folks that I'm very grateful to work with every single day. And we hope that the game we've made together brings everyone a lot of joy for a long time to come. So hope you all enjoy playing Mac. Hope you enjoy all the new cards and have fun with it today. I wanted to, rather than going into patch notes as usual, talk about kind of some of the communication changes and some of the announcements that won't be visible in-game. So that's kind of what this video is going to be about. Short, sweet, and to the point. So to that end, one of the things I mentioned in the last update video is that, like with any system, we'll improve monetization season to season if we see problems with it. So one of the things we didn't like about the system we had is that the battle pass, the prize pass, if you bought it, you might not get all the stuff if you didn't hit all the levels. And so what we're going to do is, for anyone that bought the prize pass in beta, we're going to give them all of those collectibles as if you hit the max level. In terms of communication moving forward, I wanted to kind of explain our launcher situation so that you guys understood where we're coming from more. In an ideal world, we would be communicating with you guys directly through the game itself, through the launcher, through maybe even directly in the home screen. The reason we don't have that yet is because we plan to get the game on mobile. And part of getting the game on mobile means creating a way to log in directly inside the game without needing a launcher. And so the plan for us was always going to be to relegate the launcher, and it was just going to be something we used temporarily until that in-game login and several other things were done. And that's going to be a while from now. And so, we didn't want to be building features into a launcher that we were going to relegate. That being said, we will build in some communication stuff just so we can alert people about downtimes and certain changes and announcements directly through the launcher. And so we're working on that, and I think most of the communication you guys will hear from us as a studio will be through the game itself in the future. We really want the game to speak for us. To that end, some of what we've been doing in the past, we're not going to be doing more in the future. Like, this is probably the last video I make for quite some time. I just don't enjoy it that much. I worry that when we try to inform people, it creates less informed people. Like there's more misinformation that comes out of it than informed people. I announced a couple changes in no detail in the video we did last time around, and I noticed that after folks spent a couple days lying about what was going into the patch, even a day after the patch was out, there were a lot of people very upset about things that weren't even in the game. And we want to avoid situations like that so that the constructive feedback doesn't get drowned out by people who are there, where the point of it is outrage. And so, moving forward, we want to just release patches and let people experience the game by playing it. And I worry that releasing things like patch notes early or trying to announce and market every element of what's going to be in the game ahead of time, it's a lot like looking up the plot points of a movie before you go and watch it. It's kind of at odds with naturally discovering the thing by playing it. And so people will still be able to data mine numbers changes and provide patch notes in various ways, on day one. But we think that's different from us releasing it ahead of time and giving people a ton of time to dissect everything. So between that and our frequent patch cadence, that should hopefully keep that feeling of discovery alive all the time, or as close to it as we can get. And that's going to be how we communicate moving forward. So Discord, we're going to start moderating proactively. We haven't been doing much of that. We've had a pretty light touch everywhere in terms of moderation, but we're going to try to tend to 2 gardens for the sake of Timmy so that he has somewhere civil to go and talk about a game that he likes. So Discord's going to be one of them. The subreddit is going to be the other. We wanted to not moderate Reddit at all. And again, we barely have been. We have some filters set up, but I think it would be better for humanity if the website didn't exist, just like any late stage internet forum. No good can come of it, but it does exist. And so we considered giving the control of our subreddit over to active moderators. The more that we thought about it, the worse of an idea it seemed like. I don't think it ever ends well when somebody gets put in charge of something that they didn't make. And the reason that there's a large community on our sub is because we have a great game with a lot of players, but also because we officiated it for a lot of years as like the official sub. And so to hand the reins over to a stranger to run that, it just wouldn't go well. And so we're probably just gonna start moderating both platforms. We'll tend to 2 gardens, and we'll leave it at that for now until something changes. Now that aside, we have a ton of new content going in today, a lot of good systems changes. We hope that all of you have fun with it. Welcome to the Bazaar.